So then I guess I will just read this thing I have prepared. It includes the introduction, so I don't think Stephen has read that yet, so I'm going over it again. Humans, as a matter of course, are prone to trying to remove unsavory elements from their civilizations. Gnomes and halflings are one thing, but there are races so strange that the nations of man cannot even tolerate them in their borders. Gripply are forcibly removed from their swamp, rat folks find themselves driven from the sewers and tunnels, and cat folks are chased out of their quaint villages. These refugees without a home search for a place where they are allowed to simply be. There is only one ray of light in their bleak lives. Kaldag Yutkiarn, known to the humans as the City of Savages, but to the orcs and the myriad of other savage races living there, they simply call it home. Once a major trade city of the human Anthcorian Empire, Kaldag was taken over by the orcs after the empire weakened and receded. Although the humans are gone, it is still one of the busiest port cities in the world, being the only major stop between Nakai and Anthkor to the north and the Union of the Ivory Crown in the south. The humans, despite how much they hate the orcs, still depend on them to get their exotic goods. Perhaps the promise of a better life among the orcs is too good to be true, but where else do the unwanted of the world have to turn? I'll edit it in post. It's cool.
Put in just like a really big clap.
Please clap. And jab exclamation. Please clap Bush. You have been at sea. You have been at sea for almost 2 months. You are aboard a ship called the Salamander, which left the Nakayan port city Drek what seems to be an eternity ago. The captain of the ship, a man named Zart, distributes food to you and the other refugees, usually once a day, sometimes less. He would be glad to get rid of the lot of you. The whole of the ship, where you are forced to spend all of your time aboard the Salamander, is cramped with other uncivilized species such as yourself. And over the last few days, the weather has become intensely hot and dry. One day, you finally hear signs of a port outside of the ship. The human crew cheer loudly. A few hours later, the hatches open and a human says, "Get off the ship, filth." You walk off the boat into a wide, open, circular area just off the docks. The sun is fairly high in the sky and the air is bone dry. All the exits to the area are blocked off by armed and armored orcs. Before everyone is even able to get off the boat, an orc in a toga starts yelling in Orcish. "Attention, refugees! I, Parag Stoneskull, would like to welcome you to Kaldag. Once a lot of you are off the boat, our officers here," he motions to the crowd of armored guards, "will escort you to our temporary housing facilities." The orc guards lead you south to the city. Other roads and streets of the city that cross your path are blocked by more guards. You walk for an hour or so more until you enter a densely packed area of the city with dilapidated high-rise buildings littered with tents and other temporary shelters. Once the guards confirm all the refugees are in the area, they leave immediately without saying a word. And now you're here. Would you guys like to introduce your characters? You can go in any order.
My name is Chirk. I was forcibly removed from my swamp village, and
A real Shrek story.
they took my swamp, and that's how I became an adventurer after that, and that's how I ended up on this ship.
And you're a frog man?
Yes, I'm a Gripply frog folk.
What's your class?
So I'm a rogue.
Alright, okay. You said your name was Chirp? I should write that down.
Chirk.
Chirp.
Chirk.
Steven, you're next.
Well, I'm
Oh, I know-
a smooth-talking cat with an appreciation for some fine jazz. My name is Bez, and I got kicked out of my parents' place basically because I wasn't doing anything. They just said, hey, it's about time that you get on that boat and go sailing, and then I decided to get out there, see the world with my own two canine eyes. I have a lot of inspirations, you know. I have a passion for wanderlust. Okay, I just want to explore. I want to see everything there is to see, and you know, whether it be by myself or with a group of people.
That's good.
That was very good.
Okay. I am Robin Cask. I am a mouseling sorcerer. I'm from a simple forest village, and I'm emerging from the elaborate tunnels of my home to seek something greater than myself.
Nice.
Mm.
Alright.
Kicked out.
You're all standing there. You kind of... Did you guys meet on the boat, or, you know, you can decide that kind of detail now. Have you known each other?
Yeah, I mean,
Talking on the boat.
been the
How
boat for
long
a
was
while.
the trip again?
Almost 2 months.
Okay. Then we
Yeah, we-
probably met each other.
I think we've seen each other every, you know, here
Every
and there.
day for 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, every day every 2 months, and I think we're all just ready to get off the boat.
All right. You hear someone shaking a bell, and you turn around, and there's a dwarf ringing a bell with a sandwich board on. It says, "Bodyguards needed. Dangerous job. High pay." I'm just kind of ringing it, hoping someone will come up.
Say we talk to this person about job.
I don't know. It seems pretty dangerous.
Yeah, but it says high paying. You know, we can
High risk, high reward.
high risk.
I was never a big fan of the army when I was growing up, so I'm gonna say, you know, this whole situation, I just kind of want to be free spirited. You know, I don't want to fall back on some institution or anything. I'm gonna say no. I don't want to talk to this guy.
Okay.
You know, he seems ex-military. I don't want anything to do with this guy.
Should we head to the tents? Did they say they were rounding up people or refugees?
Yeah, there's just tents everywhere. You gotta claim your own.
Go secure a tent, I guess. Try to settle down in this little tent area.
Which tent should we pick, though?
That one looks good.
Yeah, this looks pretty spacious.
But there's a lot of bugs in this tent. There's a ton of bugs here. And being close to bugs means that we're potential scarab threat for us.
But I eat bugs, so that's good for me, so I can take care of the bug problem. But if it's that much of an infestation, I don't think it can really catch up with that.
I'm already bored of the refugee life. I think we should go back and talk to that army man and take up the job.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys suckered me in. I think I'm in.
Not one for the domestic life.
I saw the life of the free-spirited and sign me up for the military.
Okay. All right. You walk back up to the dwarf, and she says, "Oh, howdy, y'all. You guys just get off the boat?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We're fresh off the boat. We're in a new land, and we want to see what's fresh.
Well, that's great, because I got a problem with a local gang of hobgoblins called the Hell's Hobgoblins.
What's
And
the
I
deal
need
with
some
them?
rough characters like you to scare them away from my bar.
I'll rough him up.
Yeah, that sounds like a...
Yeah, you know, we need to bring peace to this town, one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's my calling.
All right, come on, follow me to my bar. The dwarf leads you a few blocks north. The area kind of gets a little nicer, not so much, a little less tense. But she takes you to her bar, Delzin's Bar, which is also her name, Delzin.
Okay.
And she feeds you. She gives you some nice turtle soup.
Ooh la la.
Thanks,
I
Delphin.
want to hang out here. This
There-
seems like my kind of place.
There's a gnome bard in the corner doing some sort of experimental music. They've got two magic stones that they arrange, and it makes a different tone.
Okay.
And while it makes a tone, they play a tune on their lute. It's pretty avant-garde.
I'm gonna go drop him some change.
All right. Make sure you mark that off on your character sheet. You gotta take some gold. If you can't just
Take some gold.
you can't just say you're gonna do it.
Throw money around.
I'm gonna. Oh, once I looked in my wallet, I'm gonna go up to them and give them advice and tell them that they're very talented, but they should sign on a. They should go
Put
talk
out
to a
an
record label.
album.
Put out an album. okay?
Mixtape.
Yeah. Stop with the busking and just work on an album. And I said that. I said, hey, show me your mixtape, then we'll talk. I didn't say that. I just didn't give them money because I'm not an asshole. People busking.
So wait, you didn't give them money, and then you didn't actually say that, or
Okay. I didn't give them the money because I checked my funds, but I said that I acknowledged their skill,
talent?
Their talent, yeah.
Okay. They thank you.
Okay.
Go back to their performance. Delzin, is that what I named the dwarf?
Mhm.
Comes back after you guys have enjoyed your soup and says, "Well, those hobgoblins ought to be here any minute now, so I'll just hang in the back, and when they come in and start causing trouble, you can just scare them off and do whatever you do."
What kind of trouble do they cause exactly?
Oh, flipping tables, stealing my money and my booze, scaring off my customers. You'll notice I only have one gnome right now.
How often are they coming around?
Oh, just about every night. It's getting to be the point where I can't run my business.
About what time at night?
Well, it's going to be about 6 o'clock real soon, so I'm guessing 6 o'clock.
Sound like Bobby Hill.
So, how do you prevent it? How
Well,
do you try to prevent these?
that's what you're here for. I can't really do anything. My hands are tied. I'm just a tavern owner, barkeep.
Okay, well, we'd love to help out. I
I'll
think.
pay you. I'll give you more soup.
I'll give you my word. I don't know about these
I'll let you
guys.
stay in my inn.
Well,
I think that's
That's
great
pretty-
payment.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, let's. I think I'm gonna do it. What do you guys think?
I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna plan this attack though. If they do come in, like
How many are there is the question, Delson.
There's usually one hobgoblin and a couple goblins.
is there like a leader of them?
Yeah, but I don't really see him out on the streets much. He's in some sort of hideout.
Where's the hideout at?
I don't know.
Do people talk? Do hobgoblins talk in the corridors
Hobgoblins
at night?
definitely talk.
Well, what are they saying? We gotta find the root of the problem.
Maybe we should just hit the streets. try to find this guy instead of
Look up
waiting
more-
around at the bar.
Yeah, look up more information on it. Like,
Yeah.
ask the locals about the hobgoblin problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, as you're about to do that, a hobgoblin does enter the bar, flanked by 3 goblins.
Ooh.
Look tough.